We're Nicki and Carlo and we live in Positano, Italy, except we also just bought a house in Tuscany, which we're currently renovating, so we live there too. Join us as we turn this house and olive grove into a dream home and get to grips with living in two different parts of Italy. It's the phone call that you never want to receive. The phone call that changes everything in an instant and leaves you shaking and hoping that it's just a terrible mistake, or a dream, or a ridiculous misunderstanding. On Friday night, we were having dinner with friends when Carlo received the call that his father had passed away. We returned home, cleaned the house, packed our bags and attempted to sleep a bit. The next morning we closed up the house and drove back to Positano, stopping halfway for a quick lunch and a walk with the dogs. We arrived home as darkness fell. Dov'è Kitty? Eccola qua! Oh, little Kitty! Andrea will be fondly remembered as brother, father, husband, uncle, grandfather and father-in-law to many. He had an extensive family and I know I won't be the only one to miss his wonderful cooking and baking skills. He would easily prepare fantastic feasts for 20 people at Christmas, Easter and New Year and was famous for making 18 pastiera Easter cakes all in one go on the kitchen table. The family has all pulled together at this sad time. Mama was hugged and kissed and received a constant stream of visitors. We're fortunate that she has so many family members living all around her, so she will always have someone nearby. We have taken this unexpected time in Positano to slow down, be with family, reconnect with friends, and appreciate what we have and not despair for what we don't have anymore. Come and sit with me. As many of you will know, our house is built on the side of a dry riverbed that becomes a raging torrent every time it rains. This riverbed is in quite bad condition at the moment. It's full of big holes which could be dangerous because the water coming down is making the holes bigger and bigger each time, and they could erode the walls, dividing walls between the river and the garden. So Carlo and Luca have decided that they're going to pour some cement into the holes. Yes, this is something that probably the council should be taking care of, but it's not going to happen. So they're taking it into their own hands. They're going to mix up a load of cement and get some rocks, fill the holes and patch it all up. So I thought before they do that, I'll take you up there and show you the size of the holes. So these are some of the holes which they've already put loads of stones in, and then they're going to be putting cement on top, but they're big holes. There, Indy's demonstrating for you, and quite deep as well. So that's one that Luca did yesterday. There's another couple here. This goes all the way up to Monte Petuso, and obviously cannot be made into a train track or a ski lift or a chairlift or even steps, because it is extremely dangerous if it starts raining, because it really does turn into a huge torrent. Kitty, are you coming too? You're so brave. Well, we're coming back now, so hold on, wait there. No. Have you found a ball, Indy? Where did you get that from? Did Daddy find it in the river?
After I worked with my dad in this cemetery for 42 years, and now it's finished, everything is finished. I want to talking about what I mean, the life with the dead. I'm not expert. I never die, not once. But after 42 years to work here, I have some impression about the dead, the life. Everyone know the dead coming after a while. My dad, I think, haven't a good life. Maybe not the best, but for sure not the worst. Him is very proud about his work here and my work here.
It's actually been really nice to be back here, apart from the circumstances. It's been nice to be back in a fully done home with a fully equipped kitchen with everything that I need, and clean and new, and lots of places to sit around the house and lots of comfortable areas. I think I've missed that. I feel like we've been camping out a bit in Tuscany, even though we have sofas now. We don't have all of the home comforts yet. We only got the heating working properly literally 3 days before we left. So we've only had 3 days of like really warm house. I think it's been a strange experience so far because I still feel like we are camping out in somebody else's house. And I was talking to my brother the other day who moved house about 2 years ago, and he said it took him nearly a full year to feel like he was in his own house and not in the previous owner's house. And that's definitely how I'm feeling at the moment in Tuscany. I don't feel at all like it's mine. In fact, the other day I was pruning some of the olive trees in the garden, and I was convinced that at any moment somebody was going to just turn up and tell me off for doing it wrong, or for even doing it, because how dare I do that? But they're our trees. I just haven't quite got my head around it yet. So it has been nice to be here, to sit on the swing bed outside, to crash on the sofa or move into the other room onto the other sofa if Sky and Nicole are watching anime or whatever. And it's been nice to be back home, because this really has been our home for the last 12 years. So it's given us a nice break. We were going to come back anyway in the last week of March, so everything's obviously been moved forward now, and we do have to go back to Tuscany fairly soon because we've got the kitchen being finished and ready to be installed. We were hoping we were going to go to the carpenter's workshop and show you the progress of the kitchen, but unfortunately that hasn't been possible now. I think he might send me some photos in the next day or so. Anyhow, I'm going to get back to painting. We're doing a quick whitewash. Carla is getting the pool up and running so that everything is ready for the season here, and we can go back in a few days' time. In a way, I'll be sad to leave here. I think the other thing that's been hard about moving to Tuscany at the very beginning of the year is that obviously January, February and March are not the best months for anywhere in Europe, really. I mean, it's the darkest depths of winter. So it has been very muddy, quite wet and cold. All the plants in the garden dead and no flowers or anything. So it's been quite hard, I think, because we've made it so that here, even in the winter, we've got oranges and lemons in the garden and kumquats and plants, and even just look out here, there's this, I think it's fuchsia, this beautiful plant here, and colour. And I feel like Tuscany has been a lot of mud colours, a lot of brown and green and grey skies. So hopefully we'll get back soon and it will start feeling a bit more spring-like and warm and comfortable. Let's hope. I'm going to get on with my whitewashing, which we do at the end of every winter, so that everything looks fresh and clean for the new season.
La fai bene. Sembra volevi andare a cavallo. Oh, Indy Pooh. Vai, jump.
Palm Sunday is the Sunday before Easter. It celebrates the Christian belief when Jesus entered Jerusalem, greeted by cheering crowds waving palm branches. We decided to go last minute and hopped over the fence into the olive grove to cut down our own olive branch, which I then decorated with makeup sponges that resembled eggs. I didn't have anything else.
Benissimo.
Abbiamo la nostra palma adesso. Come ha fatto Olli arrivare qua?
Ha fatto tutto il giro. Oh, Ollie Pooh. She knows where the secret entrance is, don't you? In Positano, everyone gathers in the Piazza Molini with olive branches decorated with cheeses, salamis, chocolate eggs, and even fish. The priest stands on the edge of the local bar terrace and gives a blessing to the olive branches below. Then everyone heads off to church for a service or the beach for a coffee.
Ce ne ha tutti uguali.
No, in Italia non ce ne stanno così.
Ora ce l'hanno tutti uguali.
Ma da 58. Yamarra.
Come ogni migliore faccio le tre uguali.
Lo faccio uno, caro. Che avevi visto a me?
Ciao!
Non ci pensiamo,
E c'è qualcosa di buono!
Padre, del Figlio e dello Spirito Santo. Benedici questi rami di olivo e concedi a noi tuoi fedeli che seguiamo esultanti Cristo.
Perché glielo dico che però io non capisco.
Margherita, non